Really? This is the ninja assassin taking out the Jedi and everybody else? Like that, it doesn't make sense. I've seen characters stretched pretty far before as far as their capabilities, but this feels like it's being stretched over its limit. But who am I to judge? Maybe this is one of those don't judge a book by its cover things. Maybe I don't understand the Tals and what they are, but maybe we'll end up finding out.
I'm impressed with your strength, Broodmark.
In all fairness to him, he was a bit more difficult to destroy, and he took longer to fight than most of the Jedi that I've fought in the past, couple chapters.
Get this Jedi off my hollow, Lanklin. Now.
I can't. Sarender's overridden all my controls.
As you can see, Barriss, I control this planet. I've tapped your communications and can anticipate your every move. As Commander Lanklin knows firsthand, the Tals keep me one step ahead of even you.
Your oversized commandos are on the verge of extinction.
Ah, the lapdog returns. If your trainer knows what's good for him, he'll muzzle you. I'm not here for a reunion, Barriss. The last time we met, you were left drained and weaponless. This time you won't be so lucky.
My lord, I'm sorry,
You have failed me for the last time, Lanklin. Ensign Slint, you are now coordinator of my dealings on Hoth. Don't screw it up, Commander.
I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Apprentice, you better have good news for me.
You can always count on me, Master. The lost superweapon Zarender seeks is actually a Jedi Master named Violet.
Ah, Master Violet. Now I understand why Zarender would risk exposure. Before his capture during the war, Violet was among the Jedi's most powerful masters. The ship transporting him to me was destroyed in a fierce space battle in this system. I assumed he'd perished, but...
The ship must have crashed here on Hoth, and he's kept himself alive all this time.
So it would seem. For beings that commune deeply enough, the Force can be as sustaining as rations. During the war, Zarender was Master Violet's Padawan. We battled. Violet took my lightsaber and used it from then on. If Violet is on Hoth, so is my blade. I will concentrate to locate it. Yes, there. Coordinates sent, Commander. Now go, Apprentice. Find the lightsaber and the Jedi.
My lord, the area indicated is an uncharted quadrant where black marketeers are said to operate. What will you have me do while you're away?
That's all I need, Commander.
The Emperor's speed to you, my lord.
Now, one must wonder, and take the whole conversation there one step further, and say possibly that Barriss knew that his lightsaber was here, and that's why he had us come. You could assume that, right? Obviously, we don't have any solid evidence on one way or another, but you could potentially assume that that's the reason why he sent us here to Hoth, as opposed to any other reason he could have possibly come up with. I mean, if I had my lightsaber lost and I had found out where it was, I would hunt it down, right? That's something that you would want back. Even if if you have one and you're using it as a replacement, but you would want your original one back, especially because as a Sith, you really have to fight for those suckers. So I'm going to stretch the story a bit and say that he sent me here for that reason.
Nice price for something we thawed out from the ice. The lightsaber is yours. Glad we could do business together, Talls.
Hand the lightsaber to me.
Another interested party. I smell a bidding war. We're open to offers. Triple, huh? Deal. Men, power up your blasters.
The greed of this man is making him unable to see the fact that he's about to get his face owned. You know, if you're ever in a situation like this, and say you have a Sith come up and tell you to, you know, hand over whatever you're trying to sell, you probably should do it, as opposed to attempting to make even more money, because chances are, even with that many people, you're still not gonna take the Sith down.
I have wronged you. If you know what's good for you, stay out of my way.
You know, this guy is kind of annoying. I mean, yeah, I understand he's on like this vengeance thing, and he's trying to go through and you know, get his needs and mission, you know, quote unquote mission, it's his own mission, done. But if he at all gets in my way with what I need to get done, then he becomes a liability and we need to kill him, right? I think my character is extending enough grace as it is, not just finishing him off, because she beat him back in the cave, right? You would assume that at any time she could just kill him, and it is definitely a lot of grace, uncharacteristic grace, coming from her, which is a little strange.
You should rethink your life's goals. It's my kill. I never shy away from a fight.
My Talzier's spotty, but it sounds like the freak wants to join this outfit. We could use some frontline fodder.
Kill Fetzellan, and then serve me. Fall in line. I have unfinished business of my own.
Just remember the pecking order, Talls.
And now we've gotten one of those companions. You guys know what I'm talking about. Almost every class has one of those companions that don't necessarily speak common. You know, such as obviously Brunemark here. You've got Bodar from the Smuggler. You've got Sergeant Yoon from the Trooper, and then there's also What's His Nut from the Consular.
My eyes are still adjusting, but I have no trouble recognizing you, brave Zerander. The sight warms me.
Master Violet, Your ordeal has ended. I only wish I'd heard you reaching out to me sooner.
Do not denigrate yourself. It took great concentration to summon you. All these many years, entombed in this rubble. I have fed off the Force, and have great insights to impart.
This should be good. I can't wait to hear it.
What's this? I sense a presence. Barriss.
Indeed. This is Darth Barriss's apprentice, come to stop me from returning you to your command. Conserve your strength, Master. My men and I will dispatch this interloper.
It's useless to defy me.
Strong words from someone so drastically outnumbered. I see you've managed to tame that sadistic Tulls. It won't help you. To arms, men! Protect Master Violet at all costs!
A little bugged out there because I don't have Brunmark, I've got Pierce. So it's kind of funny how he says it's, you know, it's cool that you've, you know, tamed the Tals, and my character looks over at Pierce and goes like, but that's not, like, what are you talking about? Anyways, kind of a strange bug, but one nonetheless. I think my character, especially after overhearing the whole thing and assuming that this Jedi has survived off of the Force for so many years, being stuck in this cave, you have to assume that she respects the guy, because obviously he is very strong with however the Force works, whether it's the light side or the dark side, it doesn't matter. He has found something out that is very powerful, and there is a level of respect there because there's something that she can benefit from and learn from.
Stop, Sith. Had my strength returned before this moment, I would have kept Zerander from engaging you. Now he is down, and your fight has made this chamber unstable. It is nearing an inevitable collapse. You've proven your superiority. Let me bargain for Zerander's life.
My master was very clear. You and Zerander must not survive.
Death is not the only solution. Barriss seeks our removal, and I have no desire to return to fight for the Republic. Zerander's young and driven, yet he has only begun to grasp the ways of the Force. In truth, I was the same until being buried on Hoth. Here I communed with the Force, to the exclusion of all else.
I find that somewhat intriguing.
It has been a great privilege, and quite mind-expanding. The Force is with me, greater than ever now. I suspect that I could defeat you quite handily, but I'm no longer concerned with the tidings of this galaxy, or these times. I only seek to continue my transcendence.
If that's true, why did you summon Zerander here?
I wanted to share my revelations, and bring him to the same understanding. This excavation site is nearing collapse. Should we battle, we would both be crushed. Allow Zerander and me to be buried here for eternity. Your objective will be met. Our lives will be richer, finding oneness with the Force.
I like the sound of that.
Then save yourself and leave this place before the ceiling crashes down. I will protect Zerander and prepare myself for the collapse. You have my gratitude, Sith. A precise lightsaber sweep as you exit will cause the cave-in.
You know, I think for sure my character has learned from him in some way or another, because he just is so not concerned with what's going on and not concerned with the current matters in the galaxy, that she is so intrigued by that, by the fact that he, for whatever reason, has connected with the Force so much that he just doesn't care, and he's been enlightened, right? It's almost like from Stargate, where the ancients have ascended, you know, and they just don't care about anything else that's going on in the galaxy. Pretty much, it's at that level, and while she doesn't necessarily want to be in Transcendence like that, she does want the power that comes from that, and she's very intrigued by it. So, I would say, without a doubt, my character has learned from that, and you'll see the effects of that in the next chapter.
Apprentice, you are looking at a very pleased man. Admiral Monk destroyed. The War Trust, no more. Now, with Jedi Zerender and Master Wyatt neutralized, all of the Republic's most vaunted leaders are no more. Plan Zero is complete.
Spread the word of my success.
It only matters that I know and acknowledge your accomplishments. There is more to discuss, much of it of a sensitive nature which I do not wish to convey via holo. Return to my chambers here on Drummond Cars immediately.